Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Take Challenge. We have two single malt Scotch whiskies, and this is the last of the series for now. We have from 1992 Finlaggan Old Reserve. Now, there's many Finlaggans, but I have the Old Reserve, and I got a great deal on this. $19.99 at Trader Joe's. It is produced in Scotland, of course, for the Vinatage Malt Whisky Company, who owns a whole line of Scotch brands, some which they started on their own, like Finlaggan, and some which they acquired from other people. So there you go, 80 proof, 40% alcohol, if you want to say it that way. Foil cap cover. Real cork, but it's the pressed cork, you know, the little chips that are pressed together. It's still cork, just not a solid hunk of cork. All right, so like I said, $19.99 at Trader Joe's. The competitor, the Glenrothes 1995 Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. It was put in the barrel on October 26, 1995, and it was taken out the barrel in 2003, and it was bottled, here it says 2010. Okay. Not 2003, 2013. Sorry about that. What was I thinking? Okay, we'll fix that little problem. Because that would only be 8 years. Scary. Scary. And it's a Speyside, and the other one is Islay. Okay, so aged. Okay, so we're going to put Islay whiskey. Speyside whiskey. Okay. Bottled in 2013. I don't know what the 2010 date is. Approved. I guess they tested it and it was coming out all right. Got a little bit more I got to adjust here. I can't believe it. I thought I had this all correct in my mind. But I don't. Or I didn't. Both are single malt Scotch whiskeys. 80 proof for the Finlaggan. 40% alcohol. Let's say it that way. 43. It's 86 proof. 43% alcohol. Now we got it right. Now we're ready to roll. Now we're ready to roll. Finlaggan, I'll see you around in about 6 months. The Glenrothes, yeah, it runs about $40, $50. Yeah, about $50. But thank you, Robert, the Whiskey Scout, for this great gift in 2021. He came to Louisiana. He comes here sometimes, and he wanted to stop by, and he said he got a great deal on this, and he gave this to me, and he said he got it for like $38, which is much cheaper than normal. Come on, and get the cap cover out. Also has a foil cap cover. Okay, the Glenrothes is moisturized the cork. I learned my lesson the hard way on that. Wooden cap. So this is produced for Berry Brothers and Rudd. a wine merchant. So they both produced for these companies. Wow, it's tight. I can't get it. Can't get a grip on it. I'll have to get some help. Had to get that rubber gripper. And this is a real hunk of cork. Now, this is not the pressed cork. This is a hunk of cork. Established in 1879. That's Berry Brothers and Rudd, I think. Or is it the Glenrothes distillery? Yeah. The Glenrothes established 1879 during the reign of Queen Victoria, Queen of Scotland, Empress of India, Queen in Canada. All right, the Glenrothes of the House of Hanover. She was the last monarch of the House of Hanover. Remember them? Hanoverians. The Glenrothes single Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. Anchor Distilling Company. Huh. Interesting. It's imported by Anchor Distilling, the people that make Anchor beer, which used to be really popular. Now you don't see it too much around anymore. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, wine and spirits merchants, and by appointment to the Prince of Wales. So it's made according to it's procured according to a royal warrant. Okay, so they're official wine and spirits merchants to His Majesty the King Charles III and His Majesty Prince William, Prince of Wales. But I don't know if that carries over. See, that might not be in play anymore. It might be defunct upon the demise of the monarch. They may have to reapply for a royal warrant. I really don't know how that works. I know it's like a big deal. I got this royal warrant commission. You got to apply. And supposedly they're going to check you out, make sure you got all kind of quality standards and whatnot. And really, you say, well, that's just a shakedown. They want you to apply so you can say you have a royal warrant. You got to pay a fee. Well, maybe they encourage you to give a donation. I don't know. But I know they always bragging on it when they have it, so it must be something. DJ Beacon says, morning, we still cleaning up from Hurricane Ian in South Carolina. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't too bad in South Carolina, but it was terrible in Florida, wasn't it? Ronnie S. says, happy Sunday, Ron. Ian spared Tampa Bay, thankfully. Yes. James P. Madonna was like, I tried to tell Ronnie to get out, and all of this. And I was like, well, it looks like it's going to pass south of there. And it did. Usually when it's heading straight towards something, in a way you're safe because they tend to veer. They kind of hook to the right in the Gulf. Because you got those northwest winds pushing them, and there was a front. Now, in the case of Hurricane Ida, I couldn't think of the name, Ida, that hit Louisiana last year, another Category 4. There wasn't really, it was still in August, there wasn't really any strong cool fronts to push it, so it came so fast. It started in the Gulf, and it just came in 2 days and went in a straight line. Well, I was shocked. I was like, it's heading straight for, it's good, it'll veer to the right, but it didn't. I was like, woof. Just a few branches down, yeah. Okay, here we go. Got to get it going. Speyside to be bready, tastes like bread dough, and Islay smell like smoke, like the house got smoke damage, the whiskey smoke damage. Bread dough. Smoke damage. It's funny, huh? That's the Finlaggan. Now, $38. And remember, that was a deal versus $19.99. Is it going to be $19 better? Oh, well, I doubt it. Smoky? Yeah, smoky, like just smoke from a fire, like a campfire or something like that. There was a marsh fire in New Orleans East, And Friday morning, I woke up and I could smell smoke. And I was like, I could smell something burning. It was that grass burning in New Orleans East. And it blew all the way over here, 45 miles west. You could smell it. I said, well, seemed like it would have blown it the other way, but I don't know. All right, taste time. So I never got it wrong in any of the challenges. So 100% correct, but makes sense. It's so distinct. How are you going to mix it up with something that doesn't have smoke? There's only one competitor that I brought in that had smoke aroma, and that was Ardbeg 10. So they smelled kind of the same, but the flavor wasn't the same. And anyway, the smoke canceled each other out. So you couldn't taste smoke when you tasted them after 20 seconds. Less than 20 seconds. Strange, isn't it? Come on, RG. It was like the smokiness of each one neutralized the other, and you could only taste the grain. Here we have sweet barley malt. Barley is a type of cereal grain. They malt it at a malting house. And you can read about malting. Then they roast it or toast it. Doesn't have to be over a peat fire. Some places don't do that. In the Speyside region, that's not really a tradition, so you just get the bread like barley bread. In the Bible, they had barley loaves. Right? The story of the loaves and the fishes, I believe, was barley loaves. Okay, now, it tastes very nice. There's a sweet component to it. Pleasant. You can taste the wood. After all, it was aged in wood barrels of some sort for 18 years. Founded in 1693 in London, Berry Brothers and Rudd is probably the world's oldest wine and spirit merchant. They say probably. They don't know for sure. As proprietors of the Glenrothes, hold on. Cat acting up. What are you doing? Oh, you're playing with the string? I wish you wouldn't do that, actually. It's not a toy. It's lifting and lowering the shade. She thinks where you lift the shade up, the curtains is a toy. That string. Does James still do a weekend show? He got banned from, this platform for now for saying, he has a tendency to say certain things that I wouldn't necessarily disagree with what he said, but they can get you clipped. Sweet and woody. So he'll be back, I guess. He say he's going to go to Twitter, but you can get clipped for it. You can get knocked off that easier than anything, I believe. Ashes. I mean, I don't know how you would feel about drinking something that tastes like ashes, not cigarette ashes or cigar ashes. No, it's barley ashes. So peat. Really, it's peat ashes. So what they do, they make a fire and they heat and boil. You know what I'm saying? Process they roast the grains. What am I trying to say? They roast the malted barley. Yeah, they roast the malted barley over peat fires. It gets infused with that smoke, so then once something gets smoke damage, you can't get the smoke. You can hardly get the smoke aroma out of it or flavor. But in this case, they're doing it intentionally. That's the style. My nose is itchy. Of the Islay whiskeys. If you like the smokiness, you're gonna like it. If you say, oh no, that wouldn't appeal to me. I can't stand smoked products. Then you would hate it. The quality for both of these is even. So you're not really getting one that's better than the other. Which means what? I got to go get this cat. That means I'm saving $19 by getting the Finlaggan. I'm not getting a better product, but it's not worse. What are you doing? Where are you? Come here. Come here. Oh, she's hiding. I can't stand when that cat does that. Okay. So final assessment. They're both very nice. The quality is there for both. I can't say one is better than the other. I prefer the smoky, but that's a personal preference issue, not a quality control issue. I do like the woody bread, though, also over here. So what's the only tipping point? And my friend David gets mad with me. You're bringing up price. You're bringing up price. I told him, I said, that's a consideration, considering people have to buy stuff. What are you doing? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Come here. I can't trust this animal because she could do damage to things. Okay, you stay right there and calm down. Okay, so that's the factor right there, the $19.99 versus $38.99. So there we go. So it's the winner. Finlaggan's been winning a lot. I don't know how they can sell it so cheaply, and I'm not going to worry about it. I was glad I bought it. I am glad I bought it. So now we're going to move on, starting on Tuesday. Yeah, starting Tuesday, we're going to move on to blended Scotch, which is going to be Cuddy Sark Prohibition Edition, 100 proof. Ooh, 50% alcohol. Cuddy Sark Prohibition Edition. That's going to be an interesting series of taste challenges. Can't say if it's going to win or not. I have some ideas, but I don't want to say. I'm not sure, really, honestly. All right, so there we go. Cheers to Finlaggan. A great one. I mean, you know, great in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Not like world class or anything, but very nice, very nice. Especially considering the price. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and y'all have a good Sunday. And don't forget to go to church. Cuddy Sark, not Cuddy Shark. Cuddy Sark. All right, thanks, folks.